If you were to guess what episode we're on, what would you guess? If I were like, hey, I'll give you $500 right now. Actually, I will. I'll give you $100 if you can guess what episode.
37.
Holy shit. 39. You are 2 off.
Fuck.
Flycast 39.
What's sad is I was like 37 in my head, but I was like, nah, we didn't get that many.
We didn't get that far. No, dude, I didn't know it was that much. We go through so many waves. We stopped the wave 7 months ago, and I asked you why the other day, and you said it's because you were anxious. Flycast anxious, or just from the OpTic podcast?
No, I went through like a phase of like. Well, I feel like I'm still in the phase, man. I'm like not. I feel like I'm like not comfortable ever. Like even on like the OpTic podcast.
You're not comfortable there?
On the OpTic podcast, I feel more safe because there's 4 people, and I'm like, okay. All right, if I got nothing, like someone will pull something out of their ass. Hex will fucking ramble about something, whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like I just started like blanking, and like I don't know what it is. I feel like after rehab, the scariest thing was like getting off Xanax, because I would actually have to feel emotions and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think after rehab, we started doing the podcast, and like I feel like I had so much to talk about, and like felt motivated, and like that helped a lot. Like even on like the OpTic podcast, whatever, because I feel like I just had so much to say. Like, you know, I was gone. I disappeared for like basically a year, and then once I started saying everything, and sort of like the hype behind my comeback or whatever was like dying down, and it was like getting back in the regular swing of things with life. I don't know. I just started just being super anxious, not even about just like podcasts and stuff, just like talking to people, just socializing, just living.
I feel like when you came back, you had so much to talk about.
Yeah.
There was always something, because no one knew what you were doing all 2020. All of 2020.
Yeah, and that's why I felt like it was easy.
Yeah.
And then there got to a point, and it wasn't just the Flycast. Like, I didn't want to be in any content.
Yeah.
But like every people, Hex even said this to me yesterday. He's like, "Why are you anxious?" Like saying like, you know, you're funny, you're decent looking, whatever. He's like, "Why are you anxious?" And I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I don't know. I'm at the point in my life where I'm like just trying to figure it out, really, and like trying to push through moments where I like don't want to do something, but I'm like, but it would be good if I did it.
Right. Yeah.
Like even like socializing, like going out on, hanging out with people on the weekend. It's like, God, but I really want to just like lay on my couch and do fucking nothing, which is like what I'm so used to doing. But sometimes like opportunities, I guess, present themselves to like be social and like do things I don't want to do. And I feel like I know if it's like if it'll be good for me, I'll like try to force myself to like go be social. But like I don't think every time people are like, "MaNiac, what do you do when you aren't streaming?" It's like, "What are you doing the rest of the day?" And I'm like, you don't want to know. Like, and it's like embarrassing to even.
Does like as soon as they ask that, you get a little anxious? Like, I don't want to fucking tell you.
It's more like well, they don't really know. Sometimes I'll just lay there, look at TikToks for 8 hours. But I don't know. I wouldn't say anxious for that. It's just like more like I feel like embarrassing would be too strong of a word.
Yeah, just
but it's like I am. I feel like I don't live a normal. I'm not like every other person that will like kind of like wander over here, talk to these people, wander over here, talk to these, go to this person's apartment, hang out. And I was like even forcing myself to like go to Pages because because I feel like Pages definitely just super easy to talk to.
Yeah.
And like something about her apartment's very homey as fuck.
Because she's got like plants and shit.
Yeah, she has plants, pictures of family, windows, sun, balcony.
Dude, I don't know.
Comfy couch.
I don't know if any other person in OpTic has been to another person's apartment except for Pages. You've never been to mine, have you? I've never been to yours.
No, I've never been to yours.
I've never been to
Never been
Matt's.
to Rogers.
Never been to Illy's. Never been to...
Yeah.
Like, I've never been to any
I would
of
love
them.
to see Formal's fucking apartment.
I would be
Formal's
terrified.
been to mine. Dashy's been to mine.
Oh, okay.
But that was like... I think Dashy came over like once, maybe twice. Formal's come over a few times, but I mean, it's been like a year, and I would say he's been over 3-4 times.
Really?
It's like...
Dude, I think it's funny. I think it's funny that you like kind of got anxious from doing the OpTic podcast. Because I feel like that one is like, I don't know. I like forget. It's like I forget I'm on the podcast until like the night before.
That's like my favorite shit is when I just like even coming to do this. I told myself, I'm like, I'm just like not gonna fucking care. Like
That's what people love about you.
I'm like, I'm just gonna lay how I want. I'm gonna like I got it. It was fucking cold in here earlier. This is why Hitch has a blankie.
I have a blankie. It's a Call of Duty Vanguard blanket, and it's not big enough.
And I have 2 hoodies, but it was cold. It was cold as fuck.
You like wrapped up in Pine Park hoodies.
It was cold as fuck, and if people probably think I'm high. Well, for one, I would never be able to do a podcast high. I could try.
Dude, Hex does that podcast. Hex does that podcast for Pine Park where they smoke and talk.
I'm waiting on someone to get weird, and then they like can't. Like Hex has a guess, it like just bombed because like the person starts like freaking out or they're too high, and then like he tells us about how he couldn't upload it.
Yeah,
I'm waiting on one of those
my
moments.
episode.
Yeah, I feel like that would be. Mine would either go fucking amazing, or which would be like 10% chance,
right?
But the other 90% chance it would probably bomb and it would get really weird and awkward. Yeah, because when I smoke, it's like it's hard enough not smoking, but when I smoke, I'll like just blank out and be like, "What are we talking? What are we talking about?" Like I just said a sentence, but I don't remember what the sentence subject was, and I just like get lost.
Sometimes like I'll be mid sentence and like forgot the whole sentence, and then I'll try to think
or
of
like even the subject of like,
dude, it's like I hit a reset.
Yeah, bro, since in 2020 it was really bad. I feel like I don't know if it was the Addy or Xans that fried my brain or fried my memory, but my memory is so bad.
Yeah. I
cannot remember names. It's like fucking bad. Like I know damage was done to one of these lobes. Wherever the memory is, like damage was done.
Yeah, I feel like that too. But I feel like my memory is really bad too. But I don't know what.
Are you good with names?
I'm not horrible with names. Like
I'm fucking psychotically bad with names.
Really?
Like there's people I have met 100 times, and then I'll see them and just be like, "Hey, what's up, bro?"
Dude, has your mind ever like just like canceled someone out? It's like they're like, we don't need to remember them. Dude,
like remember a face? Like you meet them, like you just completely forgot the entire person.
Yeah.
Usually I'll know if I've met someone before. Like I'm like,
right. Here's my scenario, and I'm not gonna say their name because I don't want them to be upset. But at Raleigh at the Halo tournament, I saw.
Is it someone?
I saw a person that like we had talked to multiple times, like at Halo events and at the Scuff House and stuff, like to the point where like I feel like I knew them pretty well, and I hadn't seen them since the Scuff House, and I saw them there, and I was like, oh my god, my brain like completely like
it's someone I know.
Yeah, this is like I saw their face and I was like, And then my brain like was like went back and was like, oh my God, you've talked to them multiple times for like hours at a time. And like I would have considered myself an acquaintance with that person back then. And my brain just like, once it moved on, once we went to Dallas and once we went, or like we were no longer involved in that like community, it's like, my brain just completely forgot.
Did they like come up to you?
Yes.
And they were like, Davis.
Like it was a normal, like oh my God, it's been so long since I've seen you.
And you're sitting there like, do I know this person?
Existential
I
crisis.
fucking hate that.
Dude, it's, because it's not like I met someone once and then 2 years later I met them again and then I'm trying to be like, can you remind me? Like, no, like I saw this person.
Yeah, you got to tell me later.
They were already talking to me like we were like how we were. And I was trying to remember it's all a memory thing.
Wait, because Matt is editing this, and I don't want to be like, yo, Matt, you got to edit something out. Can you type who it is right here?
Yeah, I can type who it is.
I'm actually like interested. Oh.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I felt really bad. I genuinely felt bad.
Yeah. A situation like that happened with me. This guy, Old Man Mikowski, is like he was like a Halo AM or something. I don't know. He might have got pro in like 05. But I saw him. He's just been in the Halo scene, and now I think he works for like G1 or something. But I saw him at Raleigh. I was eating breakfast, and he like sat down at the table next to me, and he was just like, "Yo, what's up, man?" I was like, hey, what's up? I thought it was like a fan or something. Mm-hmm. And then he was like, yo, it's Mikowski. Like he could tell I just like kind of, I had no idea who he was. He was like, yo, it's Mikowski. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh my God, that is you. I was like, I like didn't even like recognize. Like I've been at this person's, I've met him multiple times. I've talked to him multiple times. I've gone to his house to discuss merch.
What?
Like,
and you were just like,
yeah. I've gone to his house to like discuss merch because he was like, I don't know, working with a merch company or something at the time. But like, yeah, so I've like, yeah, it was like weird. He just did not register in my brain at all.
Did he have a mask on? The mask thing makes it 10 times worse.
Yeah, the mask thing is bad.
Butters came up to us at
Noisy
Butters came up to us at the major and was like, hi. And I was like, hey, like, how are you doing? And then she goes,
do you know her?
I was like, holy shit.
Do you know her like
where
that?
she comes into stream and we've like collabed with her a couple times and it was the first time like we'd met her.
Yeah, I met her too, actually. Except I don't think we've never spoke or anything.
Right.
She like came up to me to introduce herself.
Yeah.
She's like, just want to introduce, and she was like so like nice and sweet.
She's
and like
it's not a.
Yeah, it was,
some people might think it's like a personality.
Yeah, it made
character.
It like made my night.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't make my night, but it was just like a fun it was a fun meet.
Yeah.
It was like a fun new meeting person.
Yeah, because you meet some people in the scene, and they're just like, hey, like. What's up?
I hate when people are like I was in Target the other week or something. I think I was with Paige, but I think I went to go buy like these workout shorts, and this Target employee was just like, no way. And like I look, and he's like kind of looking at me, and I was just like, what's up, man? And it's just like, I know he's like, no shit, that's OpTic MaNiaC.
Yeah,
but it's like, I feel like sometimes you just got to be like, yo, MaNiaC. Like, then it's like, boom. Okay, he knows me.
Yeah.
Like, love your vids or like something.
Yeah.
But sometimes people don't give you nothing.
Dude.
Like, people don't give you nothing to work with. So it's like, you have to say something. Like, you can't just be like, yo, MaNiaC. And then I start fucking asking questions and shit. Like,
dude, for names that as common as yours, it's got to be, because like Nick just rolls off the tongue. I bet you there are a lot of people come up to you and you're like, Nick? Or do they always say MaNiaC?
I've definitely heard it before, but I feel like mostly it's MaNiaC.
Dude, it always throws me off when people say Davis. And that happens at events a lot.
Really?
Yes. Because when I hear Davis.
No one calls you Davis.
When I hear Davis at an event, I'm like, I have to know this person. And then it always throws me off when they're like, Davis. And I'm like, hey, what's up? And then they're like, "Can you sign this?" I'm like, "Oh my!" Like, you just threw me for a loop.
Do you think that's your? Yeah, I don't think people call me Nick. Sometimes they do.
I call you Nick.
But I feel like no one should call you Davis.
Yeah,
like that's
nobody really. Very few.
Like I've had people call me Kirshner, Nick, MaNiac.
Yeah, I think like the only person who calls me Davis is Seth. It's like the only one.
Yeah,
really.
I can hear that in his voice.
Dude.
Davis. Yeah, I can hear that.
Methods calls me Davis too.
Really?
Yeah, but
That's
like
funny.
and Tommy Davis. Tommy Zuma.
Oh, okay.
Zuma calls me David. But like other than that, there's like a select few. But like and if those people called me Hitch, it would be weird. It's so weird. Like if Blake and George ever called me Davis, it'd be weird. Because they've been calling me Hitch since 2007. Like way before any of this shit.
Why were they calling you Hitch back then?
Blake is like obsessed with nicknames. He like loves nicknames.
Oh, really?
Now, like he called me Hitch in high school, and then it got to a point like 3 years ago where he was like, "I don't want to call you Hitch anymore because everyone calls you Hitch. I'm gonna start calling you Bob because my first name is Robert." And I was like, "No, don't do that. I hate that." And from that day forward, he's just called me Bob.
Yeah, some of my hometown friends would. I guess they kind of like I met some of my. Which turned into my really good friends in like probably my senior year of high school. They went to like a different high school, but like one of my buddies knew them. Or no, I went to a college Halo tournament, lost first round out of the tournament. The stupidest settings ever. It was so fucking dumb, and there was no losers bracket, and I thought there was. So I was like, okay, that was the dumbest fucking map ever. But anyways, I met a guy there. Then like I met all of his friends. And then I just started hanging out with them every single night. But like to this day, they just still call me MaNiac. But I don't think that's as...
Went to a college? What's a college Halo tournament? Just like a get together, or is that like a...
I don't know how I found out about it, but how the fuck did I find out about it? It was like a college, I don't know, a college Halo tournament that... What game? It was Halo 3. So yeah, I think I just thought I was gonna go there and like get $100 or something for like winning.
Yeah, and then you get smacked first.
It was the fucking like I think we were playing Snowbound and there were like shields in between doors and it was just the stupidest fucking thing. But I'm surprised there was even a tournament. Did you ever go to like local COD tournaments?
I went to one.
Really?
It was It was a tournament in Greensboro, North Carolina, and they hired Golden Boy to come out.
Really? What? That's like a big tourney.
And they marketed that like everyone was going to be there. Like at the time, like the NV team was popping and they were like Stainville, Foreplay, like Rambo, all these people are going to be there.
Because they were all living in North Carolina at the time?
This is Black Ops 2. So it's just like peak Call of Duty. I'm like, holy shit, I'm definitely going to that. I live in Raleigh. It's an hour drive. So I drive over there. I think I was the only person that bought a spectator pass. I bought a spectator pass for a local, and then they still had the audacity to rope me off.
Wait,
it was the first time I had to sit. I had to sit. There was no main screen. It was just people playing, and I could only see one team because I could only see. And there was four. There's 4 stations.
What was everyone else doing? Like there were other spectators though?
No. Well, the other spectators were just like girlfriends and like homies.
So no one else went there to watch besides you?
Me and my ex drove down there and I was like, I've never seen a Call of Duty tournament. I want to see it. And I went down there and saw it.
Were there any pros?
Stainville was there. I actually think like Johnny Tsunami won that event, or like Nelson. I think Nelson won it. But somebody like local like North Carolina won it, but like Stainville was there, and I remember. I think I remember that was like the only pro that I saw that I was like, holy shit, Stainville.
What year was this? 2012? 2013.
The first time I had ever seen, and I was like, dude. And I remember leaving, And my ex could tell that I was like super disappointed because I was like, I've been like obsessed with Call of Duty for like 4 years.
Yeah.
And that was my first experience at a Call of Duty event. And I was like, damn, that was fucking horrible. Like, that was dog shit. That was really bad. And but I talked to Golden Boy like years later about it. And he was like, dude, that was the most like thrown together like event.
That's funny. Bro, my first ever like local tournament was in like 2005, I think. That's fucking 2005, insane, man.
The Xbox original?
2000. It had to be 2005, right?
Is that on the Xbox original? Yeah. No,
it was
360.
Halo 2.
So 360.
Yeah, I don't even remember. Yeah, Halo.
How did they play on that? How did they play LANs on the OG Xbox? I guess it could just LAN the same way. I never had like LAN parties.
Wait, there was regular Xbox that had Halo 2, right? A regular Xbox?
I can't remember. I wasn't allowed to play Halo. It was rated M for mature.
Wait, what was the question?
You said your first event was, or the first LAN you went to was Halo 2, and you played at that?
Yeah. Yeah, that's where I think I lost the Demon D. I went with this little shit, but he was so good. I wonder, do you remember?
Yeah, it was on the original Xbox, Halo 2, OG Xbox.
Yeah.
Damn, so you were landing on the beefy controller.
It was fucking.
Holy shit.
I don't even know if people heard of like claw back. I don't know if you can claw that.
No,
the big ass.
You can't claw that.
What's the
ogre's claw? What made the ogre so good at that game? At Halo 1, Halo 2.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I think it's just because well, obviously the fact that they could still keep up like year after year after year, but like they just got so like they must have been one of like or two of like 50 people in the world like addicted to Halo, like multiplayer wise. Like I feel like they probably created the like split screen LAN like practice like pistols only or like BRs only shit like that.
They probably created that.
Yeah, like I'm sure they. I don't know. I don't like. I always want to like not give them their flowers.
Yeah,
and be like, nah, they just played early, and it's like it's like Bill Russell winning 11 championships in 1967, which is like what I compare it to. But Ogre 2 was still winning till like 2011 or something, maybe even after that. So I mean, obviously he had it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. They were just so ahead of their time, and like.
Because I remember thinking, like, for early Call of Duty, before scuff controllers came out, all the best people clawed. It was like Seth, Cap, like all the top people clawed. And I was like, that has to be what it is.
Did you try it?
Yes.
You don't claw, right?
No.
So you tried it, and you're just, I can't.
It just hurts.
You shoot with your
shooting like this
pointer finger, right? Or your index finger?
Yeah.
I can't shoot with my middle finger, like throws off.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Some people
like I can claw and hit the buttons, but my aim is just worse when I'm shooting with my middle finger. So I like half claw. Which means I claw
on the wrong half.
I claw, but I always shoot with this finger. With my pointer finger. So like I'll just claw real quick and then switch back. So like if I'm like picking up if I like have to hit B to like pick up a flag or like Y to switch weapons, I'll like claw real quick so I can claw and move the joystick.
Yeah.
Like say I'm switching weapons but like have to, keep my aim up with the person.
Yeah.
Like I'll hit Y but like keep my aim up and switch back, which is fucking weird.
Yeah,
and
but
I hate it.
That's not.
In Halo 5, it drove me nuts because I like tried to claw. Like I clawed for like a month, and it was like the most stressful month ever.
That's like that because that's not the good part of clawing is picking up weapon shit. The good part is like the whole reason to claw is so you can jump and aim at the same time.
Yeah.
Which is why, like,
then
when
bumper jumper and shit started coming out.
Yeah.
So, like, clawing was definitely, it's definitely an advantage because you can, Like if you have to switch weapons, even in like Call of Duty, if you have to pick up a weapon, you can pick up a weapon and be turning at the same time, and like shit like that. It's definitely an advantage, but I just could never fucking do it. It was way too difficult.
Yeah.
Something about it. Something about just shooting with my middle finger. My aim was shit. I remember trying it at a TON actually.
What's
and
TON?
The LAN network with like
ELN.
Yeah.
I've never heard of
DON. You've had to heard Hex, where like all the Halo teams would go and practice in Chicago. Hex has like pictures of like signed TON with all the teams, Instinct, Final Boss. SK.
Oh, that's from that?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
I went to one of those one time, and I was warming up in the FFA clawing, and I was shitting. And I was like, okay, I'm fucking switching. And then with like a narrow spike starts up, and I go like 3-17. And I was like, yeah, I think that's it. No more fucking clawing for me.
Holy shit. Dude, did you see the stats on Bruce's KD since being in OpTic?
Nah.
He hasn't dropped below like a 1 point. He had like one event where he dropped a 1.03, and besides that,
I thought they weren't even doing that good for like a year though.
They weren't.
But Dashy was.
But he just fries. And I remember thinking, like, how are you that consistent?
He's and he doesn't claw.
Nah.
But his fucking, I don't get it. I don't get how his screen looks. It's so smooth, and he YY's non-fucking stop. But dude. So it's like, how are you YYing and your aim still on everyone constantly? Like, I just don't get it.
I was like talking to Seth, and Seth was, I think we were having some drinks, and he was getting a little like loose. He was just like, "No, dude. Sometimes, like when we're at practice, and they'll link a clip of Bruce, and they're looking at the mini map, looking at rotations, and then Bruce will snap on somebody, and even I'm like, what the fuck? Like just the way his like."
Even when we did that movie theater Warzone shit.
Dude,
his aim is fucking perfect on that too. He's on a 50-inch, or no, not a 50-inch, a 50. How big are movies?
Look at that. 1.4, 1.3, 1.3, 1.4, 1.05.
First, second, third,
dude, first, second. Like as far as KD
is that
in the
their
league,
placings?
no, that's that's his KD in the tournament. First, second, third, first. Fifth, first, third, first, fifth, ninth, second, first.
So he is first half of the event, and then he's second, third, and
like what? That is crazy. That is crazy. That's fucking.
I'm not gonna lie. When I first got out the joint and started coming to the HQ again, I remember watching. I don't know if. Yeah, I think I was watching Dashy, and I was just like, I don't know if he's like the best teammate for them. Like a lot of times he would just like go silent, and I feel like he would always die at like the wrong times, and I was like, maybe he's not that good.
Yeah.
And
well, when he first comes into the scene,
but I also just didn't even know fucking COD. Then I started hearing, I remember Seth calling him like their best player. I was like, really? I need to like pay attention more, because I thought he would be. This was like early last year, like January, February, March, probably like March, April, May, June-ish. I don't know. I think they were getting shit on at the time.
Yeah.
But for some reason in my head, I just thought he was the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then later on, like a few months later, I was like, no, Formal's the problem. Like, yeah. I was like, Formal's the fucking problem.
It's so fucked. Why though?
Why was Formal the problem?
I think I think he just stopped caring, dude. I really do.
I would always see him like die. Like they would get first blood in an S&D, and I'd always see Matt like do some like weird play instead of like just chowing instead of living.
Yeah. That was Bruce's thing.
And him just always like showing up late, and he just didn't care.
Yeah.
And it's, I guess, I don't know. I guess we all sort of get to that point.
The team now, it's crazy because like then he goes to Halo, and now he's like he super cares.
I'm not gonna lie, like I didn't doubt his Halo skill. I knew he'd be fucking good, but I just know Halo Infinite's just different. It's fucking weird.
I think he surprised a lot of people.
Yeah, he surprised me with how I knew he'd be good as fuck, like top 3, like placing top 3. Like I knew he could place top 3, but I didn't know he would be like elite.
Yeah.
Like I didn't think he would join OpTic. I knew if he joined OpTic they would be better, or I thought they'd be better, but I didn't know like that change would bring them to like elite level.
Yeah. I mean, they were already top 2.
Yeah.
No,
but it was like a sketchy top 2. It was like it was like there's 5-6 teams that could easily be in that second spot, and it's like every series was kind of like sketch and
yeah.
But now it's like almost solidified that like there's OpTic. Well, I guess we gotta wait till
we have to wait. Yeah. Don't say anything. Don't fucking.
And Kansas City, you going? Next Halo tournament?
I think I have to go. I would be upset if I didn't go and Matt won. I'd be upset. I know he doesn't give a fuck if I'm there or not.
He wouldn't care. He
but
could care less.
I care because I've watched him compete for so long.
Now it makes me seem like I gotta go.
I mean, Seth's not going.
Yeah, but Seth's not like Halo's like.
Yeah, Halo's your thing.
Even though Halo pisses me off and I can't fucking stand playing it anymore, I'm still like involved in the community.
Yeah.
I love our Halo team.
Yeah. Our Halo team is so
maybe
dope.
I do gotta go.
I wonder how Lunch is doing. I wonder how he is. Like after seeing how Ray treats the guys, I wonder how different it is.
Lunch is pretty.
Is it
how different?
Like
because
coaching.
Ray's like stern and he'll.
Yeah, just the way that the way Ray studies like every map and like rotations and where they're messing up and all these different things.
Study it like that?
Yeah, I mean he's pretty adamant about it.
Because I would believe Troy does in general.
Well, Troy, yeah.
Like
Troy
I can see
does.
them fucking studying the map. Ray, I feel like
Troy does a lot in S&D, but I was talking about Respawn. Respawn like Ray. That's Ray's
see Lunch doing. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe he is doing more as far as like theater and like seeing. We were here at this point. Where did they spawn when we were like? Because these situations happen all the time. So it's like where are they probably going to be spawning in these situations?
Yeah.
I don't know if he is.
Are any Halo coaches like that, or is it still like?
I don't
power weapon
for Halo. It was like we didn't respect the opinion of our coach.
That's what I feel. That's how Call of Duty always was until last year, literally until like the last couple years.
Yeah, that might be what Halo's becoming. Like respect. Like before, it was just like call out when needed, like obvious shit. But besides that, it was like power weapons and like maybe, I don't know, little reminders on things, or like tell someone to stay alive when like you might not know your teammate's there to help or something. And it's like sometimes you tell them to stay alive. But yeah, the Halo community definitely didn't like really give a fuck who was coaching. Sometimes there were good coaches that you would enjoy their like vibe.
Right.
Like when they'd be like, nice. Or like, I don't know, some people just have a good, I guess like vibe about them to where it's like you
keep
hear
the chemistry high and stuff.
You know they're watching your screen and they're like, nice. And it's like just makes you play good. Like I had this coach MaNiaC, or there's kind of players like that too. But I had this coach MaNiaC who was just like a big, like jolly-go-lucky, like kind of always like happy guy.
Yeah.
And we shit talked him so much, but he just fucking like loved us for some reason. And even to this day, it's like still kind of like that. But it's like him being my coach, I felt like I always played pretty good. Same with like in the clutch, like Wes being my teammate.
Yeah,
I feel like when he would watch my screen, I would be like confident.
You like try to play better?
Yeah, I would like try to play better for some reason.
But who like coaches C9? Does anyone coach them?
Who does coach C9? I don't know. I don't really know the Halo coaches. One of the Halo coaches came up to me at the event and like said some joke to me. I think it was during COVID, so I had to do some like extra paperwork or I don't know, some shit to get in. And he said some joke to me, and I was just like, I have never met you. I have no fucking clue who you are. Are you a fan? Like, are you a player? Are you like, who the fuck? And he was like talking to me like we knew each other and we're like boys. And I was just like, all right, man. And then I find out later, I think I don't know, he was some like top 12 team coach. But yeah, I don't know who the fuck the coaches are anymore. Is it Skeptical?
Dude.
No way it's Skeptical.
I don't know. Like in talking to Shotzi, like now getting to know Shotzi more, he's like, not only is he like disgusting, but he's just like a really, really good teammate.
Yeah.
Like if you have a good in-game,
I think it's
if you have a good like in-game leader, which is what like Illy is now, or I'm assuming that's what
ruin the shot.
No, you make the shot better. What's his name? The guy on C9?
Renegade?
No, not Renegade.
Eco?
Eco.
Deller?
Eco's like a good IGL, right? From what I've heard. Like
I mean,
he organizes the team pretty well.
He says he's like, you ever play backyard football? He's like Pablo. Just like the most well-rounded like player.
Yeah, I remember people giving him his props in Halo 5 for like being a good like IGL and stuff.
Yeah.
But like if you set a solid 3 on your team and you have that stable core and then you just let Shotzi do whatever he wants, like y'all are gonna fry.
Yeah.
And
that's
like,
why I was like,
that's kind of what Empire did whenever they won champs. That's kind of what Splice did whenever they won worlds. They just kind of like they get on the map and then you kind of let Shotzi do his thing.
Bro, Shotzi's I like how they're sitting right now. It's like Dashy, Illy, Shotzi, Seth. Because like Seth, I feel like I could just be I put myself in Seth's shoes to where like I'm older, people are throwing the wall shit at you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you don't want those games of you doing bad. You don't want your teammate beside you looking over and you're like, losing gunfights or something. But I feel like Shotzi, he's like such a good vibe, and like he might be judging, I don't know, but it's like he won't judge you, and he just like he's like happy to be there. Like he like wants to see Seth succeed, and like so I think it's like really good. Like I think I used to see Formal and were Formal and Seth sitting beside each other. I don't know. But I was like, I wonder if that like I just put myself in Seth's shoes, and I'm like, yeah, that probably like put pressure on me
to sit by Formal.
Yeah, because like Formal shots just like always perfect.
Yeah,
and it's just like I don't know, but I feel like having someone like Shotzi is just like perfect to be beside Seth, because like you got like the two demons and the two like young duo. Well, even fucking Dashy's
that's
young.
what I'm saying, like all 3 of them.
Yeah, but I feel like Shotzi being like right beside Seth is like really good.
Yeah,
like even I remember a team was Snipe Down, and we were like, who do we want to sit beside, blah blah blah, and Snipe Down wanted to be on the middle. I always wanted to be far right, and I hated having Snipe Down sitting beside me, because he would play leaning forward and I would play sort of leaning back, so I would always see like he would die and then just fucking stare at my screen, and it would like throw off my focus, because I'm like, he's looking at my screen, he's looking at my screen, and it's like I miss a shot, or it's just I overthink, or I don't know how I would like. It was weird. Like
that's a weird dynamic.
Even when I play on stream, I get like not. I always played better off stream, like with no one watching. But like I don't know, something about maybe just like being a generally anxious person. It's just like people watching me makes me play worse, or just like overthink, or it's like I don't lock in. But something about tournaments and like or like money being on the line, to where it's like I tell myself, all right, no complaining. Like I just focus on myself, and I like don't care. Like I would get into like a weird locked in, super focused, like amazing gameplay sometimes. I had some amazing gameplay at times.
Like on land?
I feel like I was like one of the most at tournaments on land. I feel like I was one of the most like underrated players. Maybe not though. Sometimes I was average, but like I would play so good sometimes. But it would like never get recognized because it was like a lot of times it wasn't on the main stage. It'd be on like the featured station.
Yeah. But you're just like shitting on AMs?
No, it'd be like us versus like CLG on the side station.
Right.
And
right.
I'm doing crazy shit, like crazy snipes. I always swear I was the most underrated sniper in Halo history. At least like at tournaments, I think I was. Like
You're the
I
most
think I was
underrated snipe.
Yeah, can't really convince me otherwise. I wonder how many Halo people would hear this and be like, shut the fuck up. No, you weren't. But like I swear at tournaments.
You sound like Kratos right now.
Yeah. I swear at tournaments, like, I don't know. I would just like, it was like I would just lock in and was snipe. I felt like I would always out-snipe their sniper.
Yeah.
Like, and I like took pride in it. But it's not where we're at right now.
we just started this like new series. We're gonna make it like a YouTube video where we play like 100 hours of a certain game.
And we Apex right now.
Yeah, so we start as trash as possible. I mean, we don't play it.
And that's sort of fun. At least you're trash 100. With your friends.
Yeah, then try to go 100 hours of being like see how good we can get. And I decided for the first time like I'm gonna commit to mouse and keyboard on a game. So I'm playing Apex mouse and keyboard.
Really?
Dude, sometimes it gets so bad.
Yeah.
And I'm the main POV. Like if somebody rushes you close range and you have a gun that like spits out bullets and you try to aim down sight, I'm just shooting
especially on
circles.
mouse and key as well.
Yeah. And then I'll watch Blake and George play like close range and I'm like, damn, like
I
actually kind of get it.
Why'd you choose to do mouse and key?
I don't know. I've always like liked the idea and we're eventually going to do Valorant, like 100 hours of Valorant. And I got like a new all the new like Razer stuff came in and I started like clicking the keyboard and stuff and I was like, yo, this kind of sounds fun. So I was like, I think I'm gonna try it on mouse and keyboard.
What, clicking the mechanical keyboard?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I like
yeah.
this.
It's like smooth and stuff. I'm like, let's see what all the hype's about like mouse and keys and see if I have what it takes at 29 to switch.
I've thought about playing Valorant. I just don't like S&D. I hate having one life.
Yeah.
Like,
unfortunately, games with one life are so much more fun to watch.
Yeah.
Like
that's all the games. Valorant, Fortnite, fucking. I guess in Fortnite you can get revived. But
CS:GO, like they're all.
Yeah.
Even if you play Call of Duty, if you play ranked, it's just like a viewership. Like I don't maybe that's just for us and how we do our tournament or our stream. But as soon as you start playing ranked and you start playing like these respawn modes, it's like the viewership or not the viewership, but the how often the chat talks, like how active the chat is, just drops. And I don't know if it's because
they're so depressing sometimes.
I don't know if it's because they're watching or it's because they know that you're not going to respond.
Sometimes I'll have like I'll look at my viewer count. I try not, or I really don't look at my viewer count because I'm like, it shouldn't like have to do with anything.
Yeah.
Of like, what, I'm gonna be like interactive and funny now because more people are in here. But I'll look at my. Wait, what were we talking about? I'll look at my viewer count for
like how active
the chat. And sometimes I'll look and I'll have like 450, 500 viewers. Chat's booming. And I'm like, fuck. Or like the chat will be booming. So I'll check and be like, am I at like 800 right now or something? I'll be at like 450 or something. But then sometimes the chat is dead. And I'll check and it's like still at like 400.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Like I hate when no one's typing in the chat. Like at least talk to each other or something.
Right.
Or if you see, well, even sometimes if you're like mods or just like talking to each other, where it's like mod sub and it's the same mod and sub talking to each other, it's like chat's dead, man. Chat's dead, stream's dead, I'm washed. Like I'm not gonna be able to make any fucking money from it. What am I gonna do? What's my next step in life? But meanwhile I'm just on Halo Infinite, like all that's going through my head, but I'm just like,
but you're just playing ranked.
one shot nice.
Yeah, that is I kind of got lucky because I never really had like the low viewership like grind, like the
when was your first stream?
Scuff House. My first stream had 500 viewers.
Really?
Yeah, like my first stream without a webcam.
Really?
No, I think I streamed like 3 times before that, like in my apartment and stuff, but I never tried.
I haven't been through the struggle.
I really haven't.
But when I first joined OpTic and I moved into the 6050 house, Nade was still there.
Yeah.
Seth wasn't there. But like Nade was still there. And it was still like the OpTic house or whatever. And I remember streaming and I would have like 15 viewers. But then I wasn't even thinking about it like that. Like I was just like
you were just streaming.
Yeah. Like I don't remember having any like bad memories of like, oh, this low view count.
Yeah.
But like I had low view count for sure. Up until like my August birthday video sort of like trajected me like upwards fucking with like viewers and stuff. Like once, because all my YouTube videos would be like 1,000 to 3,000 views maybe, and my Twitch chat would be like 15 to maybe like 10 to 25 viewers, and I just never even really thought about it. YouTube, I was like, man, I ain't getting shit from this. Like, where's my fucking viewers?
I thought I was supposed to be famous for
that. I thought I was rich and famous now.
I joined OpTic.
But then I made like this one video. So all my videos were like 1 to 3K, and then I made one video and it got like 35K in like 2 or 3 days or something. I was like, oh shit. And like from that point on, it was like, then my next video got like 20. Then my other video got like 25. And then like, I guess that's sort of when it started.
Yeah.
But yeah, for Twitch, even YouTube, I still had like the low viewer count. But at that time, I was just, for one, I was probably on Addy and didn't really care and just loved playing video games. But now, I feel like I don't know, man. Does it affect, it affects everyone.
Yeah.
But I think now I'm at a point where it's kind of like a job. So I guess like when you see your job not performing well or something, you like just feel shitty about it.
Yeah, that's way different than like you're
just doing it because you love it.
Yeah, you're just on the grind. You're like trying to make it. It's way different than when you made it and now you have to sustain it.
Yeah,
that is way harder. I haven't. One time my Stream Deck didn't update like it, and so I had my viewer count on the Stream Deck. And the Stream Deck didn't update, so now the viewer count doesn't show up, and I never fixed it. And that was like last year. And to this day, I still haven't updated the Elgato Stream Deck.
Because you just don't want to see it?
Yeah, because I never, ever have our view count on. Because same type of thing in Black Ops 4, late Black Ops 4, like, and pretty much the entirety of MW, we were like crushing, like 2,500 viewers. We had like 18,000 subs. Just like crushing, and then Cold War comes out, and we get lost for a year, and then it goes back down to 800 viewers and like 1,000 or like 4,000 subs. And it's just it's so hard not to be like, okay, Mayday, like what do we do?
It's crazy because it's like you get the taste of the 18,000 subs and and like you think like, like shit, I'm gonna this is it. I'm gonna be doing this for like years, and I am that guy.
we pass up at the time Dr. Lupo and I think it was maybe it wasn't Tim. It was somebody like humongous in subs, and I'm like,
sure you had more than like Fuck.
Yeah, we definitely had more than
like Tifu
and stuff. Yeah, and I was just like, holy shit, bro! Like, fucking doing this.
Yeah, but then you forget that even before that, when you had 5-6K subs, you were like, fuck yeah.
Yeah,
but then you get the taste, and then when you go back down to your fuck yes, it's no longer a fuck yeah.
Dude, when I went crazy in Vegas. because I went to Vegas and that's when I like went to the hospital and all that stuff for drinking too much. I remember like the whole reasoning behind like the reason that happened and why I like tell myself the reason that happened in the first place is just because I got so like cocky because I was like, holy shit, we made it. Like TST, we're making it and we're going to be rich and all this shit. I had like 2,700 subs on the TST channel. Yeah. And that's the point that made me go like, fuck yeah, we did it. And now I see us dip below 5,000 and I'm like, people hate us now. They forgot.
I hit 4,600 like last summer because I mean it was really just like the hype of like me getting out of rehab. Everyone's fucking just like loves the comeback story. And I was also playing Minecraft and that shit was kind of fucking fun and like kind of entertaining. But Minecraft's like so I got 4,600 subs, maybe like 47, 48. But I'm like so used to anywhere from probably like 1,500 to like 2,500 ish. As long as I'm like consistent, but like getting a taste of that and then dropping, I remember I dropped back down to like 3K and I'm like, as long as I'm above like 2,500, like this is pretty lit for me. Then you go to 2,500 and you're like, we're just like hanging in there. And then it's like, and I got to go to fucking this event or something this weekend. So it's like, great. Now I got to take like 3-4 days off. Then you come back, then you're just at like 1,900. You're like, what the fuck? Yeah. I dropped fucking like 600 subs in like 4 days or something. And then like at that point, you're like, oh no.
It's just constant.
Yeah.
The hardest part is figuring out how to, dude, you gotta figure out something to do with YouTube. You gotta start reacting to shit, bro.
I have an idea of what I want to do. I want to do something
because our YouTube channel is now kind of popping, and that's why people are coming back to the Twitch. And it's crazy, like how it's like hand in hand.
But like, I'm gonna be honest, and I don't want to talk about everything because I want like shit to talk about for other Flycast episodes that we do every week.
That we do every week.
But I don't like. I don't know. I'm losing interest in like
all of it?
This whole scene.
Yeah,
just in like gaming. Like I've
heard through the grapevine that you're looking for other shit to do.
Yeah.
Like what?
I want something I really plan on doing, and it's motivating me to diet. Is I really want to like get shredded and like start some kind of like a 30-day like shit to fit type of like program that a lot of like, you know, lazy
gamers,
just depressed, down bad gamers could do. I really want to do that, but I want to look the part, and I'm like definitely getting there because like I ain't gonna lie, I'm like pretty strong right now.
Yeah,
and I'm in pretty good shape. I just got to like diet down because I really want to look the part. But yeah, that's just like where my interests have been just lying lately. Like I don't do anything gaming related besides streaming in the morning and
then content.
Maybe any content we do like within the gaming world. Yeah. Besides that, like I love events and I love Halo. But it's just like I'm not interested in the newest game. I'm not interested in playing Elden Ring or
I get what you're saying.
I'm not interested in like
just the gaming scene.
I don't know. I just don't want to play. I just don't really want to play games anymore.
Yeah.
Like somehow figure out my own way to be a hex to where, well, that's not a good example because he's entirely in the gaming scene.
Not really.
But like he just doesn't game.
Yeah.
And like he figures shit out elsewhere. But it's like even like being on camera, and this is not like a near future thing. Like just hopefully within like the next year or two, I figure out something that I'm really passionate about and like really dive into that direction.
Yeah.
What that will be, I'm not entirely sure. I feel like I'm getting more into fitness for sure. Like I was saying, I don't really play any games. I don't watch YouTube. I don't watch Twitch. I feel like I'm so, and like I used to. That's all my life was playing video games and watching other people play video games and like other people's videos. Like I remember watching like Sharp from TK. Like I'd watch his YouTube videos sometimes. But like nowadays, I don't know what it is. I mean, I am fucking 30. But I'm just not. My heart's just not in it anymore.
Just to play games.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, you have the easiest job ever. It's like, yeah, I kind of do, but it's like it's not great when you aren't passionate about it or like happy with it or like
right. Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to get on Halo Infinite and like get better or like get clips,
right?
Because I'm just like I don't know. I'm just like I've gamed almost my entire career on Adderall.
Yeah.
So it's like once you do that and then try to go back without it, it's like I don't know. Your brain's just fucking different.
And you've been good as far as like temptations and stuff, like.
Yeah, I haven't. Oh, every time I go out, there's Coke, Molly, acid. Fucking
so crazy.
Like a lot of people I'll meet or just be hanging out with, they'll have something. Adderall every fucking time.
Yeah.
But no, I haven't dabbled in anything. I haven't taken any pill.
That's really good.
Since rehab.
I haven't.
I have drank. And I've smoked weed, but I'm very. Rehab and like being sober for a while definitely taught me of like, okay, you're overdoing it. Like you just got drunk as fuck for like 2 days straight. Like, and you want to drink again today because your hangover is so bad, but it's like, no, just you got to deal with the consequences now. And you know what? Now you can't drink this upcoming weekend, and focus the fuck up. Yeah. It's like, it's like I've definitely gotten smart about just my addictive personality.
Yeah. I mean, that's really fucking good. I'm the same way. Like I haven't had any pill since like the November before you went in. That was the last time I did. And I am such a better person. Like that shit is fucking evil. I can't stand that shit.
Yeah, but that shit is evil, man. People don't fucking even like realize, and I didn't really realize. And even to this day, like
for people that don't need it, some people I think
feel like I need it, but like
your brain's just not wired that way.
I like abuse it.
Yeah.
And I feel like so many people are abusing it and don't know they're abusing it.
Like, it is crazy.
And it's like especially if you're still competing, it's like I kind of have to.
Yeah.
Like I would not quit Addy if I was still competing, I ain't quitting Addy.
Right.
Like I'm still taking it because it's so different to.
I wonder. Well, they're now testing in like CDL tournaments. Yeah. And like, I wonder what would have happened if they tested at like early Halo tournaments. Shit, everyone would get caught.
Well, it's just like, what are they going to test for? Because I had a prescription, and I think a lot of people get prescriptions. At least people that are like really abusing it and shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, would they test? So it's like, what are you telling me I can't take the prescription my doctor's prescribed? Or are they can you like can they test your amphetamine levels to see if you're abusing it, and if like I don't know, you're taking more than you should? Because I don't know if they can stop people from. I don't think they can.
There's no way.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's like a pharmaceutical thing. Like you can't stop somebody from taking the medicine that they prescribe.
I think even in the NFL and like NBA, you're not allowed to take it, but the players are given. Like updates on when the drug tests are going to be.
You're not allowed to take Adderall.
In
the NFL.
No, I think if test positive for it, like you'll get in trouble, fined or something. But I could be talking out of my ass.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure. Actually, no, I don't think I am talking out of my ass, because I've watched like interviews of like old like drug addict NFL pros and shit, even ones that are like got tested positive, got in trouble, got suspended, team dropped them, and then they had to like completely rebuild to get back in the NFL. I forget the dude's name, but yeah, they definitely drug test you. But I think they give you like, yo, in 3 weeks there's gonna be a drug test, so don't fucking choke.
Yeah.
And so a lot of them would like buy shit, drink hella water, and like, I don't know, there's some shit you can buy and like drink, and it'll like, I guess, flush you out.
Yeah. One time in college, my roommate came in and he was like, yo, do you have any water? I was like, why? Yeah. And he just started pounding water. He was like, I fucked up. I got like drug test in 2 days for a job that I'm getting in this summer. I just smoked. I remember being like, why'd you smoke? Yeah. But he's just like pounding water. And I don't know if that was doing anything, but he's like, I should be all right, right? I was like, I've never smoked. I don't know what. I don't know how to help you.
I don't really know how that shit works either.
I have no idea how to help you.
I know I stopped taking Addy 1 week before rehab because I ran out.
Yeah.
And they of course drug test you when you get in. And I only tested positive for Xanax. Like they didn't find like any Addy in my system.
But that's because you took one right before you went in.
Well, yeah, maybe that didn't help. But I was definitely taking Xans and shit before I went in, and I took one right before I went in. But the Addy I didn't take for I think about like 5 to 7 days before, and I didn't test positive. So I don't know how long it takes.
Yeah, the difference between you and me is like if it was offered, if somebody was like, "Hey, I've got this. You want to pay me this for that?" I'd be like, "Yes." But if I ran out, I would never go get it. I would never go search for it.
I would fucking search.
Yeah, and you were always.
I was on like Snapchat, biggest... Telegram, dude. Instagram, hitting up friends of friends, hitting up other dealers. Like,
one of our mutual friends texted me during that time and was like, "Hey, Nick just hit me up, and I just wanted to come to you to see." And I was like, "Do not." And that was before. That was when you weren't talking. I mean, I'll type it out again. No. You know who it is.
I have a name in my head, but I don't know.
Yeah. But I just remember like, do not. But that's when I knew you were hitting up people.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Dude, I would meet the most random fucks.
You're just you were literally on the black market.
Yeah.
Think about that.
I would meet the most random fucks just to get like 10 pills and pay like $12 to $15 per pill. Just draining my fucking, and I'm door dashing, like just drained any money I fucking had.
Yeah.
Dude, good times.
It's funny how like the idea of money, like for like high schoolers, especially me in high school, like I remember like seeing the OpTic guys win champs. Or COD XP at the time, and mine were for 3. It's like $1 million tournament, so they get $100K each. And I remember like, dude, they're set for life. I remember thinking that, like,
that's how I felt when I won.
They're set.
09 Nats, we got 25 grand each, but then after taxes, it's like 17, 18.
Yeah.
And like, I would be hanging out with my friends. Like, I'd buy us weed. Like, I
got us.
Yeah, like I'd cover food, and I was like the young one of the group, and like. I don't know. I just thought I was like so cool to be able to do that, but god damn, that money went quick.
Yeah, like I remember in the Scuff House a couple times I'd like read on Reddit or something that like Nick's not doing. This is when everybody was on your ass. Nick's not doing anything. He's just making beats. Like, how is he even making money? And then some people would be like, he's still got Halo money.
I didn't make shit from Halo.
I don't think so. Like 2009.
For as long as I played Halo, I didn't make shit from Halo, because when I was pro, there weren't salaries, fucking insane, stupid salaries like there are now.
Dude,
like even Halo, even like top 12 Halo teams are probably getting paid. I don't know, probably somewhere like $4 to $8 grand. Like
salaries, when it comes to esports salaries, and this might be controversial, I think with the exception of the top 5% in each esport, they should be fucking grateful. Like they should be extremely grateful.
Like, and I'm not talking, it's not even like skill wise or anything. It's just like people like Scump, obviously, like they bring so much attention to the brand of whatever they're on. Even people like Clay, Krim, like these big names. But then you dwindle down to like the people who are pro and they're good as fuck, but they don't bring
anything to the brand.
Yeah, like no one watches them. No one
unless you're winning championships or you are like like a franchise player, like that's what's bringing viewership into the organization. Like your value isn't as much as a lot of what these salaries are, especially in other esports. I mean, COD is one thing because it's a franchise league, but I remember in Gears of War, like it was so rough because like the scene was kind of down bad and we had the top team. And so we were paying our top team a certain amount. And then this other team comes in with just like, fuck you money. And it's like, and they start paying their players more than our players. And we have the best team. And we have the team that brings in the most viewership. So then our guys are like, yo, we heard through the grapevine that these guys are getting this. And it's like, well, shit, we want to make you guys happy. But then that's how like the inflation happens in all of esports. And now like I bet you Clash Royale esports players are getting fucking $10K a month. Yeah. And it's like, what? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder if it's ever going to hit a point where I've always said, like, I wonder if the day of reckoning is ever going to come in esports where like all these big people with all the money, there's just like, well, shit, that's not working. And then they back out. But then I think about how like actual sports work, and that day of reckoning never came either. Yeah. Like you got to think what the practice squad gets paid on professional teams. They probably get $50K a year to never play, to never
probably
dress
more
up.
Than that.
You think so?
I think like a couple $100,000.
$100,000 for the practice squad? There's no way.
By practice squad, you mean people who they even know they will never see?
There is a squad that practices with the team that doesn't dress up. That does. I'm talking about those guys.
Oh, I don't know about those guys.
But even
I thought you meant just like people who are like third, fourth string, and they're probably not going to play all season.
Let's talk about the fourth string defensive tackle for the Bengals. Yeah. He's probably getting dumb money. Yeah. And it's like, holy shit. Like what value? But I guess it does bring value. But like what?
Well, they are needed.
Yeah, they are needed. But like, is it $400,000 a year needed, or I don't know.
But
money is just
then there's
crazy
also people who are probably getting $80 million deals, $250 million deals, and it's like, is that really needed either?
Right.
Like,
dude, like Neymar's contract is like $600 million a year or something.
Is that a soccer player?
Yeah.
$600 million a year? There's no way. That has to be like a 5-year, 7-year contract.
Oh no, not a year. Sorry. Yeah, the contract it's something insane. Neymar salary. It's something insane. Maybe I way overdid.
Yeah, I never got a taste of salary.
Okay, it's $40 million a year. So just $40 million.
I made $200 from Noble Black. To get them third at in a Halo finals with the biggest PAX crowd watching us. They gave us each $200. Besides
and you were living. Did they pay for your salary or your travel?
think, yeah.
Okay. I was like, because if not, you went in the hole for sure. You were down $200.
I was just like, well, no, that was my travel stipend. I remember MLG would give us travel stipends. I think they would give pros $300 or $400 as a travel stipend.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like that would cover like the flight or something, but it was like I was like losing money going to events unless I'm getting top 4. Like
I remember when I was working for UMG, there was this guy. He doesn't work there anymore, but he was throwing a UMG Call of Duty event, and I remember him being like, "Yeah, well, this is the last event that we pay for OpTic's travel," and he was like happy about it. He was like, "Because we don't need, we don't need OpTic there." And like, this is the last time we pay for travel for the teams. And I remember even back then, I'm like 22 years old, and I'm thinking,
what was this, 2013?
Yeah, 20, yeah, it was in Ghosts. So the year after, Nate Shot's still on the team. Like, like we're getting 100,000 viewers in finals and shit. And I remember being like, "You're not very smart, are you?"
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I think this is the event. Like, this is the time we stop paying for OpTic.
Yeah, I never.
Like, who is going to?
I never got blessed like that. Like, there's probably fucking top 12 Halo players getting paid. Like, I don't know. It's got to be like, I don't know. I'm about to ask Monster because now he's on like Complexity, and I think they're like a top 8.
Yeah.
Team. I'm like, what's going on over there?
Dude, even
I guess
even the cost of just travel, just that you got to fly like
hotels,
you got to
food.
Think of our team, fly the 4 guys out: Troy, Ray, Paige, Roger, Matt,
me if I want to go.
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking people. That's crazy.
But I don't know. I guess something happened in esports where it's just like all this fucking.
There's money somewhere.
All these investors but it's like these investors are so rich that it's just they just don't.
It's for
they just don't care.
Yeah, it's just like they got in on the
like
on the
paying
ground
someone,
floor.
Paying a team.
Imagine getting in on the ground floor of the NFL.
Yeah.
Then eventually you get out and you're like, holy shit!
And like I'm sure they have the money to risk like this being the next like NFL or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess
it's a wild scene.
I want to know. I always hear people like talking about how esports makes no money or like orgs make no money.
Yeah,
but it's like, how does that actually work?
Because orgs make money, but it's at the end of the year, are they profitable? Like, did they make more money than they invested, or did they spend?
But that's
the hard part.
Are they? Is that for the investors though? Is it mostly like the investors are looking like, oh, but I didn't make my money back. Y'all got paid, but I didn't make my money back.
Yeah. Or it's just like the overall value of the company. Is it more than they're putting it? Like if FaZe were to, or I guess FaZe is a bad example. Let's go with Cloud9. If Cloud9 were to sell tomorrow, did the people who have ownership of Cloud9 make more money off of selling the company than they did putting money into the company? That's kind of like where you want to get. So it's not like you put $1 million, you spend $1 million this year. Did you get $1.5 million back? It's not necessarily like that. It's like, if I spent $2 million over the past 10 years, is the company worth more than, is it worth 2.5 million? Mm-hmm. Or would my cut of the company be worth 2.5 million? It's kind of like that, I think. So I mean, you definitely, the saying you got to spend money to make money definitely makes sense. But
people in my chat were telling me that today. What was it for? Something that had nothing to do with spending money to make money, but I don't know.
But then you said you got to spend money to make.
I'm like, I don't think you do.
We spend money with TST. We have 2 guys that we pay for.
Yeah,
and it's like that we can't really afford them. But eventually, and I have to like constantly tell them, like, hey, eventually I got you. Yeah. Whenever the shit works, I promise you I got you. Yeah. But that's kind of how Hector was with me. In OpTic Intel, I was getting, how much was I? well, I did OpTic Intel for 6 months without getting paid, and then I got $500 a month, and I remember $500 a month. I was like, I fucking made it.
Yeah. How much were you making with your part-time job at Walgreens?
I think it was
was it full-time?
It was, well, in Walgreens they won't, if you work 40 if you work 40 hours a week, they have to give you benefits. So okay. They schedule you for 39 hours a week.
Okay.
So it's not full time.
Yeah.
But I hated it.
Do you remember how much your check? What would you get paid like every 2 weeks?
Yeah, every 2 weeks it would be like $450, something like that. So I remember thinking like if I made $900 a month, it was a good month. Like it was a really good month.
Yeah.
900 or like 800. Something like that.
Yeah.
But my rent was $600.
That's crazy.
My rent was $600. So then, I'd make $900 and then put the $500 on top of that for what Hector was paying me, and then then you have to get groceries and shit. Set. And I'm set till next month. Hope I don't pop a flat tire or something. And
yeah, I remember this was like while I was pro and had a job. I had to borrow like $5 from my brother for gas just to make it to work. Yeah. And my paychecks would be like, sometimes I'd work a decent amount, sometimes not. It'd probably be like I'm making like $400 to $800 a month. But it's just like, God damn. Yeah. I mean, I guess I was like 21-ish. But even now, it's like motherfuckers are 21 and they aren't struggling.
No,
like they're like, even like
there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that
even
are
like these designers that fucking make apparel for companies. Like they're
getting paid.
Yeah,
it was not like that.
Yeah, like I had to figure this shit out with like $400 to $800 a month.
That is so crazy. There's so many people like talking with Alexis, like bless her heart, but she's never had. She went to high school, then went to cosmetology or cosmetic school, and then started uploading, and then immediately blew up on YouTube. So she's never had she was gonna get a job, and she never had to get one. And so every once in a while, she's like, I could do a regular job. I could clock in and stuff. And I'm just like, no, you could.
Sometimes I say that as well. Like maybe I'm about to just get a fucking.
You're just about to go get a job, dude. I've thought that.
Not a job, but like say there was a position in OpTic that involves like, waking up. I got to get to the NV office at like 10, and then I'm there till like, I don't know, 4, but I'm like doing meetings and I'm like,
yeah, you're explaining
but
my
say
job.
I have like I'm just
That's
like
what I do every morning.
No, but even more to that, or even more of that.
Right. Just
because I'm sure you still have it pretty like loose.
Yeah.
Like you're not there every day. Like
no,
doing.
I'm not there. I don't go there as much as I thought I was going to, because a lot of the meetings, but I am in like 4 to 5 meetings a day or something like that. It's like I wasn't. I mean, I'm excited and I'm happy that I'm involved, but like, holy shit, it's a lot.
Yeah. Well, I'm just like, sometimes I think like, man, would I rather do that? But it's like, nah. Because I don't know. Like I was talking about earlier, like my passion for like getting on and gaming and shit, but it's like, it's not like I'm gonna have any passion to fucking show up and do like office shit. Or like,
I wonder what you would want to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I'm at like I think I'm perfectly fine with saying I'm at a midlife crisis, but it's just like I know. All right, what I really want to do is get fucking shredded. And come out with some kind of something, like a video series, like a 30-day workout, something like a Patreon where it's like, buy this, you get 30 videos of working out, and like even some extra videos of me just like talking to the camera, like
dude, that
doing my motivational.
So good.
But it's like I'm so like self-conscious of like not looking the part.
Imagine we like literally produce one. Like we actually
that's what Roger was saying.
We get like actual
and
people
I
behind you.
Want that to happen, and I'm actually I want to like constantly remind myself, like, don't fucking order Chipotle with chips and eat fucking 1,600 calories like it's nothing. Like, or if I'm laying in bed at night and I'm like, all right, I've ate enough, but I'm bored as fuck, and I really want to like go make a big ass like sandwich. That's like an extra like 400 calories. That's gonna put me over a caloric deficit or at my caloric maintenance, and I'm not gonna lose weight.
Yeah.
So it's like right now I'm really trying to diet. So by like January, February, March, April, May, by like the beginning of June, I'll be like nice and hopefully shredded. So it's like I try to tell myself like, all right, if just fucking don't eat this, you need to be shredded because we're gonna do a video series. Like, this is something you're actually interested in. Like, you don't like I was saying earlier, I don't watch any gaming shit. I don't. But like what I do watch is all I do is watch workout videos. All I do is watch fitness vloggers. All I do, and I don't want to be a fitness vlogger or anything, but it's like there's
definitely do.
I want to do it because I know how unhealthy the gaming industry is, and I know how depressed the gaming industry is.
If you could figure out, the thing is, I think the biggest thing, because I don't think a lot of gamers and a lot of people in our industry are like their desire is to be unhealthy. I think a lot of the actual true stereotypes is the laziness of it. I think if you could figure out an easy way to have meal prep for gamers, targeted audience, and like even like a healthy lifestyle that isn't as committed as going to the gym, every day and hitting it for an hour and a half.
That's what I want to do with like my first series is like, all right, we got to start at the like. A lot of people are depressed. A lot of people are anxious. A lot of people are too anxious to go out to a gym and like a social they feel like fucking idiots. Yeah. So it's like, we got to start from the beginning. Like, what's your mindset going into this? Like, are you happy? No. All right. Well, we gotta start with these steps, and we'll start from the beginning. And that's sort of like what I want my first series to be about. And then, hopefully it's like successful. And then after that, we start getting into like drinks or food but like I can definitely help people because I know what it's like to like just completely feel like shit, be physically fucked. Well, in like a you're just out of shape type way. I don't know what it's like to be physically fucked, but I know what it's like to really be out of shape, feel like a piece of shit, and like have that mindset to where it's just like I'm like, I need to do it, but I'm not gonna do it, and I'm not gonna do it, and I'm gonna just fucking sit on my couch, and it's just like overcoming those like day-to-day battles of it's like, I know I want to do it. I feel like shit. Dude. I hate how I look, but I'm not going to do anything about it. And I feel like over the past year, I've like really had to deal with that. And I've like really learned just how to sort of be consistent. You could
definitely help. I mean, whenever we went to the gym together, you always helped. You're a really good gym partner. Like that's why I think you'd be good at this. But you're really good in your way, like in a humorous way. Yeah. I don't think you could get up there and be like the
come on, 1, 2.
Nah, you'd have to be you, which would be so fun. Like remember at one time we were doing these.
Oh, my shit would be.
We were doing these things. And you were like, I want you to do the next rep like you fucking hate your ex. And I was like, what?
Or like bench press this, like either you bench this or your mom dies. It's like shit like that.
Bro, that in video.
Like you're telling me if I have a gun to your mom's head, you can't do 2 more reps?
That's so fucking dark, bro. You were like, next time you do this, talk shit to your ex. And I was like, you fucking bitch, I fucking...
I mean, I feel like people gotta find... There's just shit within... a lot of people have some dark shit, and like sometimes they just gotta find that and use that to fucking overcome their like habitual sack of shit usual ways.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it would work for somebody. Yeah. It would work for multiple people. It worked for me.
I'm looking at it
now
like...
I'm fat again. I don't know.
Like, some people are like, why don't you just start it now? Like, I'm pretty strong, and like I can do hella push-ups, and like I could make a home fucking workout video now, but it's like, I don't know, I just kind of want to look the part. And it's not because I want to look the part to like fit in with the fitness world. I mean, I don't want them to be like, who the fuck's this guy? Like, who are you to be teaching people how to like get fit? So I'd like want to look the part, but I'm only thinking about it like, I don't want to be a fitness YouTuber. I'm thinking about it in like almost in like a gaming way. Like the game, I know what the gaming audience looks like how pathetic.
How pathetic.
Like how pathetic we can become.
What if you made it? What if you made it a game? Actually, we should talk about this off camera. There's a way to make it fun, and that's always the thing.
Yeah, I don't know what you have in your head. So
we'll figure it out.
Like there's still a lot to.
There's something there.
There's definitely something there, and it's like actually something I want to do because like. Just, I don't know, being in gaming so long, like I know how lonely and depressing and fucking it's just sad that it is. And I don't know. So I'd like to dive in that really just to like help people and hopefully start some kind of, new venture for myself and like really, I don't know, just something I'm interested in now. Yeah. And I've been interested in the past year, and it took a lot to go to. I've been working out pretty consistently for like a year, and it's like I mean, looking back at pictures, it's like damn, but like from a day to day, it's like God, I'm still like this. Like how am I not fucking shredded? But it takes a long fucking time if you're not using steroids.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's sort of the future of.
Well, I hope you guys enjoy the Flycast. We're going to try. I mean, this is kind of weird with it going on the Nation channel, but like, I guess this is where we live now.
Yeah, we're going to try to put this on the Nation channel and then use the OpTic brand to give us stuff.
To further our name. For our benefit. That's what we do here.
Shit, we might be, you might see some sponsors and shit coming up. I don't know. But it's
I think next episode we're having Post Malone on.
Yeah.
The Flycast, which will be fun.
Oh, yeah, that'll be fun.
I was just talking to him on the phone.
Which is the album of today. It's Stoney.
It's Stoney. Go listen to Stoney.
Fuck, I forgot about that.
I forgot about the album of the week. We could bring that back.
What's the last album you listened to?
It was the last one was the
a different
Infinite. Was it Infinite? Yeah,
probably
Infinite by Eminem, and I listened to the whole thing. That was your request.
I mean, what have you listened to recently though?
Shit, nothing. I've been listening to like Pop Smoke in the shower, and that's it.
Who do I got? Shania Twain, Frank Ocean. I've been listening to like underground shit too.
You need to listen. Have you listened to Blonde yet?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Fuck yeah.
I thought you said you had never listened to it. Yeah, maybe I'm mixing you up.
Hell no. Fucking yeah. I've been bumping this a lot lately, actually.
I'll be the boyfriend.
This song, I love White Ferrari.
On these times.
Dude, I cranked that. I blast it.
It's so good.
All right.
Well, we'll see you next time. All right, guys? I hope you guys enjoyed. The Flycast is back and is better than ever. Weekly series. Every day. Daily. On OpTic Nation.
Yes, sir. Wait, do we have outro music?